My little brother is actually my fiance's kid. Yes, the title is fucked up. I'm aware.
My little brother is my fiance's kid, which means,
Yeah.
okay. Go on.
My fiance and myself have been together since we were 17/18 years old. They are now, my fiance is 25 and I am 24. Honestly, he was always kind, handsome, funny, and everyone used to say I was so lucky to have the whole package. I felt so lucky too. He always treated me with love and respect, so this makes everything just so shocking to me. I have always had a good relationship with my mum. It has always been her and I against the world. My dad died in an accident when I was little. We always joked we are the real life Laurie and Lauriela from Gilmore Girls.
I don't know who that is, child, but cool.
My mum dated guys on and off, and they were usually cool, but nothing really past the early talking stages. Around 4 years ago, my mum told me she was pregnant, which was a huge surprise. My mum was around 42 years old, and although she was sort of dating someone recently, didn't meet a guy, but knew she went on dates, it was still a big shock. She never thought she could be pregnant at her age. She had me when she was super young, and I was an oopsie. And I can tell she was stressed and worried. I decided to support her, since she has always supported me and tried to reassure her. She then had my brother, who is now 3 years old. I have a close relationship with my brother. I helped take care of him since he was born, and I just love the little guy. My fiance was always helpful with my brother. We would take him out for ice cream, playground, pool time during the summer, etc. But nothing was weird. He was just my then boyfriend spending time with my brother and I.
She didn't know that she was going on a father-son date?
Now to how I found out. My fiance and I lived together since we finished college. My fiance was not at home since he was hanging out with friends, but I was at home because I didn't feel like going out and I just wanted to chill on the sofa. At some point during binge watching a series on Netflix, my laptop died and I was too lazy to get my charger, so I took my fiance's iPad. I know the password, but honestly never used it before. The iPad logged in and I got a bunch of messages pinging. I guess he hadn't used it in a while too. Anyways, this got my attention and I went to check it out. And of course, I found everything. My mum's number wasn't under her name, but I recognized the number and verified it in my phone. She was telling him she felt guilty and that I should know. He said he also felt guilty but couldn't lose me and they fucked it up. She said that it was unfair for my brother to never know his dad and if he could live with having his son around, not behaving like a dad, but like a brother-in-law. I broke down.
Sorry?
What the actual F? There weren't a lot of older messages, just some photos stored of my brother as a newborn, my mum pregnant, and more photos of my brother growing up in the album. I couldn't anymore. I cried for what it seems was ages. I waited for my boyfriend to come home. I wish I was one of those women who can pretend and get things together before confronting a cheater, but I can't. He came back later that night, around about 11:30, and I just gave him the iPad with the conversation open and saw his face completely go pale. I asked for an explanation. When? How? Why? And he didn't want to at first, but knew he had to. Apparently, a few years back, while I was traveling with some friends, a girls' trip, my fiance and mum had dinner together. This isn't strange since he's been part of the family for so long. Sometimes my mum and fiance would eat together at our place, even if I was busy with sports or out. I did the same with his parents. Somehow, unclear how, since he couldn't explain it well, one thing led to another and they ended up sleeping together. They felt guilty, but apparently not guilty enough because they slept together 2 to 3 more times.
Lord.
Using the excuse of meeting up to discuss how to tell me. Huh?
So they're still messing with each other even.
So, sorry, how can I tell her? Oopsie, fell right into the... Anyway.
I made your brother.
Apparently, When my mum got pregnant, they stopped sleeping together and decided to not tell me since my fiance loved me and couldn't lose me. And my mum didn't want to lose her daughter. So here we are now with two of the most disgusting humans. I obviously broke the engagement, told my mum to never talk to me again and move in with a friend. I feel bad for my brother since I really love him, but I can't be around him now. I just can't. I feel like it would remind me of all those times we talked about having kids. I would be his baby mama, only baby mama. We talked about this future since we were like 17 years old. So I want to puke every time I think about how I was actually taking care of his child with someone else while still having those dreams.
With your mother.
I want to puke.
Sorry, I don't even know what to. I don't.
Crazy.
I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what to tell you. Am I choking?
That was really loud in my ears. So it's definitely loud.
I'm gonna cut it out.
That's crazy. I think, yeah, or you could, again, it's just cut everybody off. Not the brother though. You've got to love him and you've got to love him. Like obviously the poor baby didn't do anything.
The poor baby didn't do nothing, but it might be best to avoid him too. I can't even lie to you.
What?
She said that she can't be around him. Or she go and accidentally
No, but you got to get over that. You're a grown adult. I know trauma, but for the sake of a child, you kind of got to get over that for him. That doesn't mean now go speak to the parents of that child. Let them rot somewhere. But the baby, the poor baby, man, he doesn't even know what he's involved in.
Sorry, I'm trying not to choke. Yeah, I honestly, I don't know how she would do it. I'll say have some space away from all of them for a while. Get your headspace in the right state. Then if you want to see the child, your brother, you can. I feel like again, it's an innocent baby, etc. But everyone else, sorry.
Also, I think it's important to see the baby just because you don't, like, the parents, so your fiance and your mother created a whole disastrous situation. And now that trauma, because obviously as a baby, he won't know. He had this one person that loved him so much. And now she's just gone. And you know, babies are like, where's
Yeah, but also, like, if she's feeling a way about it,
true.
I don't think it's safe for her to be around the boy. I just don't think it's safe.
But
and also, how is she supposed to see the baby without seeing the mum?
Yeah.
So girl, if I was you, cut off everyone. If it takes some time to cool off, if you still want to see your brother, then maybe you guys can arrange something. But like I would say, for some time, just focus on yourself, get your head in the right headspace, because this is a fuckery. You've lost a mother, you've lost a partner. You need time to really decompress, figure out, like, get your headspace in the right mental state, and then make a rational decision about what you want to do moving forward. What does life look like after this for you? What works for you? And then if you see your brother is something that you want, then I'm sure, again, you can find a way to arrange that with minimal contact with your mother. But it is a fuckery, and I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it and say, oh, you should go see the baby. Da, da, da. It's perfectly understandable if you have negative feelings towards the baby right now, because it's a fuckery. It's a disastrous situation. You've been looking after this boy thinking that he's your brother when really he is your brother, but he's also your fiance's son. It's a messed up situation. It's a very rare situation as well. So I can't tell you what is a right or wrong way to react. All I can say is take the time out to figure out what you want to do and what life looks like for you moving forward.
I'd give different advice, but that is very understandable. I would say take time out. I think if you don't, I think it's very possible, especially at that age, to give children trauma. Now, what Stephanie said is right in the case that if you feel negatively towards this baby, maybe it's not safe for you to be around him. But I do think that if you have the capability to love this child and not attach this child to the negative actions of the child's parents, then be there for the child, because their parents didn't put them at the front of anything.
You're speaking from like, I get where you're coming from, but we have to be realistic. This is a fuckery.
No, but I just
I hear it.
believe that, like,
Yeah, there's
sometimes,
trauma, but do you know what's even worse? A child being around someone that doesn't like them.
Yes,
And
but
I can say
that's
that
what I
as
said.
a child that's grown up in that house where one person doesn't like me, like my parents' partner does not like me.
But this is what she said. She said she loves the baby.
Yeah, before she found out what was going on.
Didn't she say she still loves the baby but struggles to be around him? Hold on.
She struggles to be around him. So why would you force yourself to be around someone and then all of a sudden you're overwhelmed with negative emotions and you take it out on that child?
That's a very different situation, though. Because there's a lot of people. That could be the case, but also might not be the case, because we can go on to this, but we don't have the time to.
No, not like in terms of like beating and stuff, but even just having negative emotions, not struggling to show affection, like things being different. Like the child will pick up on that as well. The child's 3. The mother is still there. His mother, yes, okay, the sister in terms of this woman helped out in terms of looking after him, etc. But if she is struggling to be around him, that's what I'm saying. Take the time out, get your head in the right space, then make a decision about what life looks like after this situation. Do you want to see your brother? Do you want to take some time away? Can you see yourself building a relationship back with your mother? Because at the end of the day, she's not the legal guardian. She's going to have to chat to her mum in order to see her brother.
Yeah, but then again, like, okay, you and your sibling are very close. Do you get what I mean? So now, if something just disrupts that, you both would feel it. Now, imagine.
Yeah, but me and my sibling were both grown-ups. This is a toddler. This is a baby.
Yeah, I do believe that there's irreparable damage that can be done to a child's mental psyche.
I feel
at that age,
you can't force yourself to be around someone that you don't want to be around just because of their mental health. Because again, this is how it starts. Because remember that dilemma that we had about the guy that wasn't showing affection to the mum's kids?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You feel it either way. So take the time out. Get your head in the right space.
From that
and
point
then,
of view, I get it. Okay.
Do you get it? Because if she has to see her mum every time she goes to see her brother, the mood is already ruined. You're just seeing your mum and your fiance fucking butt naked every time you see her. Then you want to go face the child. We have to be realistic, man. We're all humans. We feel things. But anyway, we can leave that there. Adult finds of the week.